How you guys doing? My name is Josh Sazdanoff, and I'm going to show you the quickest way that I learned how to do a windmill. I'm going to show you the basic windmill and barrel windmills today. So stay with me, pay attention. Don't forget to stretch well, maybe do about 2 to 3 minutes of jump rope, jumping jacks, stuff like that to get the muscles loosened. But let's get into it. First thing you want to do when you're learning the windmill is you got to be able to stab. So some people call it a turtle freeze, but you basically take your elbow, put it into your stomach, close to your belly button, and you got to be able to do this, lift your body off the ground, be able to hold that position. You got to have the wrist strength, because what you're going to do is you're going to kick, roll on your back, come around and catch in that position. And then you're going to repeat that, kick and catch, kick and catch. That's basically what a windmill is. Forgot to mention, but you want to have decent flexibility where you can spread your legs open as wide as possible so you can be able to do the movement proper. If it's bent, it doesn't look good. Breaking is a lot about style. You want to keep those legs open and split when you're doing the windmill so you can have better speed, better technique, all right? So when we start here. We start in this position. You got to be able to do this first. Lift your body off the ground, okay? And then eventually when you get strength for that, you want to have, I go clockwise, so that means that I stab with my right hand. If you stab with your left hand, you want to go counterclockwise. Basic rule of thumb, whatever arm you stab with, that's the leg you're going to kick with. So I stab with my right hand, I'm going to kick with my right leg. So I'm here in this position, I get my right leg nice and up, left leg down, and what I want to do is this motion. It's up, and I kick through. I kind of pretend like if there was a soccer ball right here, I would be trying to kick that soccer ball. Boom, kick that ball. Okay, that's step one. Step two now is I want to actually try to get to my back. Now when I'm here and I'm stabbed, a lot of people don't know, do I just crash? And when you learn this, I'm just warning you, you're gonna hit your hips on the side when you're first learning. Just kind of rule of thumb. You're gonna go, you're gonna plop, and you're gonna hit your hips. You may want to put some sort of a pad underneath your shorts right here by your hip bone in the back, because it is gonna get hit and it's probably gonna get bruised. It's just part of breaking. So anyways, when we're here, what I wanna learn how to do is fold my arm down. Fold my arm down. And kind of this hand as well is very instrumental as it pushes away. So I push and I roll to the side. Looks kind of silly, but we're just learning how to get to the motion. Push and roll to the side. And the better that the first thing that should contact the ground should be my shoulder. Here, and it contacts the ground, and then I roll. I don't want to be here. I really want to be here. I want to be more up. I mean, your legs are not going to be over your head, but hips-wise, you want to be up higher. And the higher you are on your back, the better spin and rotation you're going to get. So the very first steps, remember, we do the stab, get our leg up, and what I want to learn to do is kick and push down into that motion. See how I kicked and rolled into it? That kick and also the push off, that's important too. I would say 80-90% of the move is that kick for the power to get started, but also that push off is a good 10% that really helps get the momentum going. So we're learning it from the ground, which can be difficult, because once you learn to do a coin drop into the windmill, it'll be easier, but you got to learn a coin drop first. But so we kick, we're here, and I lift up and I kick, and I come around. That is the second thing you want to learn how to do. Thirdly, catch. So after I get my stab, get my leg up, kick, I roll, and then instead of just staying on my back, I want to roll over to get back to this position again. Okay, now what does that look like? Well, I'm here, head down, I kick, and I get back to stab. Okay, it's okay if your legs come down for now, because you got to learn how to catch again. But those three things, get the stab with the leg up of whatever arm you stab with, counterclockwise or clockwise. I go clockwise. So I kick hard, push off with that hand, roll on my back, try to stay more on my upper back, let your shoulder hit the ground first. And as I come around, I try to get my body over with my legs split, catch in that first starting position, okay? And then when you catch, it literally is just repeat. Kick and catch, kick and catch, kick and catch. So let's try it. Like I said, you want to use this hand, try to push off with that hand as well. So we start in the stab, come here, kick, and I get to that first part, right? See that? So I kicked, caught it, and went right into the next one. That is the way to learn basic windmills. Kick and catch, kick and catch. I would say after you've learned just stab mills from the start on the ground like this, you need to start going from the top down. So that's called a coin drop. And it's not a super difficult move to use, but once again, I'd recommend you use some pads. If you have some vinyl floor or cardboard, put some mats, put some cardboard on top of the mats or the vinyl, and that'll help a lot reduce the risk of injury and bruising your hips. But learning the coin drop from the top, we start up here, and so like I said, I go clockwise, so I use my right leg. This is the move you do to learn the 1990, to learn, you can start a flare out of this move, and then obviously we're learning the windmill, so we're learning how to get down into the windmill. So what I do is I take my right leg out, step it in front, pull my left leg in behind, I swoop the right leg back, take my left hand, bring it down, and then I swing my right leg up. Okay, so it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and when I put the left hand down, they come together simultaneously. So left hand down, right leg up, and I'm getting my other hand ready to drop into a coin drop. So I go, I'm kind of just literally getting into that first starting position we learned from the ground, but doing it from the top. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go into my windmill. You see that? So I got to slowly, what the trick is you got to learn how to bring your body weight down eccentrically as you're kicking, and you start your windmill. When you learn it from this way, it is way easier, in my opinion, to do windmills from the top than it is from a starting position. I feel like you're starting to build momentum when you start with the universal move coin drop and you go down, and you can get much better windmills that way. So once you learn the windmill from the stab, we got to learn it from here. So we start here, go out, like that. So you learn how to get down into the windmill. So learn the coin drop next. And then lastly, guys, we want to learn the barrel mills, the big boy mills. So instead of using our hands, kind of like training wheels, we want to go to the big boy mills where we don't use our hands. So barrel mills, the word barrel, like you're holding a barrel. I do this, I make fists, I kind of almost bring my arms together, but I make like a circular, almost like you're flexing, but you're out in front of you. So my back is extremely rounded because you're going to be rolling from shoulder to shoulder on your upper back. And let me be clear, upper back. And you're going to use your head a lot. People can do this without using their head. But to be honest, the best B-boys or B-girls who do any kind of windmills, you look at Little Caesar, you look at B-boy Ivan, Urban the action figure. These guys have incredible mills because they use their entire head. I don't. I should have learned it that way. I use half of my head, kind of like Mr. T. Use your head, but use your entire head when you do this, okay? Same idea. Once you master the basic windmills, you have the coin drop to go down into the basic windmill. Then you need to learn barrel mills. And this is where we're skipping. So we're here. When you go down from coin drop, I'm assuming you already know it, you're here. And I'm really high on my back. And I want to rotate my body. And the reason it's a barrel is because these barrels are moving. I literally like punch my arm like this. Whoosh. Once you learn this move, man, it really helps you to learn baby mills, even tombstones, Australians, because you get that sweeping motion. They call it a whip. You're whipping your arms across. So you got to learn to go whoom. And yes, I feel like my legs are doing this a little bit. So my right leg's my kicking leg. It's kind of going whoop, whoop every time I land on my back and I'm going to my next rotation. This is a timing thing. Just like basic windmills are timing, this is timing as well. So you gotta learn to roll from shoulder to shoulder, head on the ground. Your head tells where your whole body is, and then you punch through. You're here and your legs are split and you punch through, and then you land back up top. Okay? Once again, I think you should use mats on this one, but even just one, it's rolling and you're learning to, instead of going here, kick and catch, you're not doing the catch, you're skipping the catch, you're punching through. And you gotta punch strong. And it's gonna feel awkward at first, it's gonna feel maybe clumsy even, but when you get legs split, big barrel, punching well. But once you get your legs split and you make that barrel and you learn the punching motion with the correct timing, you roll, I roll from my right shoulder to my left shoulder, that's the direction of my windmill. Head literally hits the ground. I would recommend using a beanie because you're gonna bang your head. That cushions your head, your skull. And then at the timing of when you're about to come over, whoop, this punches through. Okay? So, enough chit chat, let's do this. Here. See how it glides you into a really nice backspin. So it's boom, boom, boom. And my opinion, I don't really do regular windmills anymore. I only do barrels. They're even right now, not at the beginning, but right now they're easier to do for me than regular mills. I feel like there's just this simple technique. When you make the barrel, you round your shoulders, roll on back, up high on your back, and you punch hard and your legs kind of do this with a big split. You just do that. Instead of kick and catch, it's kick and punch, kick and punch, kick and punch. So you'll get it. Practice hard. These moves, I'm a slow learner. It took me a long time to learn. But if you persist, you work hard, you will get it. All right? If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. Please also subscribe to our channel if you want to see more tutorials and learn more about Breaking Truth Ministries. And I have more tutorials on this channel, and that's in the description in the box below. So click on those links if you want to learn baby mills or 1990s. All right, God bless. Have a great day.